we're supportive of the resilient work that is being done by the government of Guyana to facilitate investments across sectors. We welcome all of you. You represent a dimension of the private sector, and the private sector actually is the backbone of this economy thriving the way it is today. So thank you all for taking your time out to come and share with us your business, and also to network, because this is an opportunity for you to network. I was hoping that we would have all of our seats filled so that more persons would be here to hear about what you're offering. But let's hope that before the end of this afternoon's proceedings, that we'll have a full complement of listeners. Okay, at first we will welcome G Homes Guyana Inc. It's a company that is redefining the housing market with modern, accessible, and sustainable residential solutions. So I will call on the CEO to come forward and to make their presentation. G Homes Inc. Okay, I do not see that representative here any longer, so I'll just go ahead and call on Mr. Errol Baptiste, the CEO of RUF, Automotive and Industrial Supplies, which is a company that is supporting Guyana's infrastructure boom with equipment essential to our construction sector. Mr. Baptiste.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mic test. All right. My name is Errol Baptiste. I'm the CEO of RUF Automotive and Industrial Supplies. At RUF, our main products are mega mixer. This is the cement mixers that you see right here. We also sell ceramic tin, Phantom Nano Ceramic, that's our brand. So let me tell you a bit about our cement mixers. We offer three sizes, 250 liter, 350 liter, and 450 liter. The 250 liter, it works half sack to one sack. The 350 liter, it goes one sack to 1.5 sack, and the 450 liter, that goes, mixes 1.5 sack to 2 sack of cement. We offer you 6 months engine warranty. All parts are available for cement mixers, along with a lifetime after-sale servicing. And with the construction boom in Guyana, we have a lot of contractors contacting us on a daily basis and entrepreneurs to start a small business or to expand their construction sites. For example, the 250 liter, it's a perfect choice for block makers. The 350 liter is a perfect size also for the block makers and small construction companies, and the 450 liter, it goes mostly for the heavy construction guys. Okay, this is our new product, the 250 liter right here. Our cement mixers are manufactured in Vietnam and engineered for the Caribbean. Okay, let me go into some questions. Anybody have any questions they would like to ask about the RUF mega mixers? All right. We're located at 47 Crow Street, That's between Orange Walk and Alexander's. So you can check us out. We're open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Saturday. All right. Nobody So, no questions? All right. We've been doing business for 5 years. And we have a new location we're opening in Essequibo as well, right in Saudi. So, and we also stock PRC as well. Okay, so since there is no more questions, I'll take my leave. Thank you. Okay, the cost for the cement mixer is a 250 liter that goes for 325,000. The 350 liter it goes for 425,000, and the 450 liter that goes for 540,000. And again, cash and carry, or we accept Visa cards as well and checks as well too. Actually, let me give you a bit of a fast run. We started off with financing. When we first launched our cement mixers in Guyana, we started off with financing for about 8 months. And after the 8-month period, we saw the demand for it. So we stopped the financing, and it's strictly cash right now. So again, if you're looking to invest into a new business and come into the construction business, it's good to the 450 liter and the 350 liter. It's good to purchase, and you could start your own rental business, because every day everybody building right now, obviously. You know, you probably get a small contract to do a small street pavement. You'll need a cement mixer to get the job done. If you're looking to head into the block business, the 250 liter would be the perfect choice. So I could give you a fast run of the 250 liter that uses half sack to 24 to 28 spades of sand, and you got your blocks business running. All right? We have 3 locations in Georgetown, Crow Street. We have another one in Better Hope, and a newly opened one, like I mentioned, in Essequibo. All right, our service center is always available to attend to all our customers who purchase our cement mixers. So my number is 677-8104, and like I mentioned, our location. You could always check us out. All right, thanks everyone. Yes. Pardon me? Yeah, I mentioned we offer 6 months engine warranty and all parts available, along with a lifetime after-sales servicing. So that means even if the 6 months is up, you could always call us, bring it back to the service center, and we get it done for you. Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Baptiste. Well, it is always good to know that you can have after-sales services lifetime. It augurs well for persons who are investing in such equipment, because many times you find that there are, you know, young entrepreneurs investing, and they would like to know that they have the support of the company that would have supplied such an equipment that is integral to their operations, whether it's a block maker or if it's someone that, you know, happens to win a small contract to do the roads, as we've seen are coming up in our communities. Next on the program we have, or we should be having, G Homes Guyana Inc. I would like to welcome the CEO to the podium to tell us about this company that has been, you know, supporting our infrastructure boom in Guyana with new homes.
So, I'm not the CEO. Abdul.
Okay.
That's all right.
Let me correct that. It's Abdul. He made sure that he mentioned he's not the CEO, but that's okay. Welcome, Abdul.
Thank you very much. Let me see. So I don't think our flash.
Put in your flash already.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Video play and
No problem.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm Abdul. Once again, I'm not the CEO, but I'll be the one, giving you guys a bit of a background about the whole project. It might be a bit distracting, listening to me and also watching that at the same time. So if you would just, give me a couple of minutes of your time to just watch that, right? And then, I'll give you a presentation after. Thank you very much for your understanding. Okay, so there actually was supposed to be some music playing while you guys are watching, but that's also not working, but so that's fine. I'll just go ahead and tell you guys about it. So Providence City is a gated community that's being developed along Greenfield Stadium Road, right, with about 120 units, which are all condominiums. Now, the idea, and really what I want you guys to take away from this, is what Providence City truly signifies, right? What do I mean by that? What we're trying to let the Guyanese community and the world at large know is that a lot is happening in Guyana, right? Things are changing, it's been completely exposed to the world, and we want people to know that Guyana is now capable of delivering something on a modern standard. The idea behind this is for people to, have a seamless ease of lifestyle, right? The whole project, right from the infrastructure to the actual lifestyle that you get from being in Providence City, is designed with that one single thought in mind: modern living with timeless comfort. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you about today. So I'm sure if any of you guys has rented an apartment in Guyana and a real estate agent has taken you through, I'm sure like at some point while that guy's telling you that two-bedroom apartment is renting out for $2,000, you're just there at the back of your mind like, wow. You're like, wow. Like really, I'm supposed to just, take that, and then you're looking around like, hey, okay, what am I being offered, right? It's just some, it's just a house. You can't even call it a home, it's just a house. Outside, there's so much noise from your neighbors, playing loud music. You probably, if you don't have parking in your yard, you're probably, having to figure out how you're going to get parking, which is something, you deal with all around Georgetown. Even getting to your house, with the increased traffic now from town is a problem, that you'd have to deal with. So Providence City caters to all of that in mind. So now I'm just going to walk you through what the lifestyle living in Providence City is like. So once again, like I mentioned earlier, it's located along Greenfield Stadium Road, right? Which, as you all know, is prime location. Accessibility to all the major accessways. The Demerara Harbor Bridge is about like 7 minutes away. Heroes Highway about like 5 minutes away. And the new Ogle Access Highway that just opened up about 15 minutes away. So prime location, easy accessibility. And this is where your comfort starts. Think about it. Like you just fly in, to Ogle Airport, for example, you take a 15 minutes drive with seamless, uninterruption, emphasis on the seamless, because I'll be making a lot of reference to that. So you drive all the way down, you have that ease, right? You come in, you get to the gate, which I would have loved the video to be showing you guys, but that's fine. Yeah, so you get to the gate now. At the gate, we have an integrated smart scanner that scans your plate number.
right? So your vehicle comes right in, it scans your plate number, you get in. If you know it happen to be one of those days where you want to get out of the community and take a walk, right? There's a face recognition system right at the gate that scans your face. Once again, seamless, no interruption. You just walk right in, but that security is there. Now, when you come in with your vehicle, like I mentioned earlier, we have our parking on the ground floor. So you just come right into the gate and you make a right turn, right? And there's a parking designated for each unit. So the whole struggle with the parking, gone, okay? Now you come out of your vehicle, you go right into the entrance to your building. There's another face recognition scanner. Why do we have so many face recognition scanners? I don't know, because maybe we like your face because you're one of our tenants, I don't know. But anyways, you come into the building, you know, that it scans your face, you get in, okay? Now, you know, we're anticipating that, you know, a lot of the people who are really going to be able to see the vision, you know, behind what we were talking about are going to be people, you know, probably, you know, maybe within their 40s. And to be honest, I don't think anybody really wants to be going up a flight of stairs. So we have an elevator access that just take you right up. You get to your unit, there's another face recognition scanner again, you know. But this time we have a key card access. Somebody told me what happens if my face changes. We have a key card access for you along with a fingerprint. Your fingerprint is not changing, right? So you get into your unit now. As I mentioned earlier, you know, the whole infrastructure of the project has been designed with the thought of your seamless living in the community. Once again, what am I referring to? So, it's located adjacent to the stadium on Greenfield, right? So, you know, if you're following me, you're probably going to be thinking, okay, you know, kind of nice so far, but what about the noise when they're having concerts? It's the skeleton of the buildings are all a steel skeleton. Now, in addition to that, it's reinforced with bricks and heavy concrete, and that cuts out the noise. In addition to that, we actually have a two-way window with a vacuum in the middle that cuts out whatever noise is left. So that problem, sorted, taken care of. The aerodynamics of every unit has also been really considered. So really, with the beautiful weather we have now in Guyana, right, you get a lot of air coming through. So the aerodynamics is very nice. Most units have a double balcony, so once you open that up, it's a whole lot of breeze coming in. But we have a central unit, AC, for those of you who really like that cold weather. You know, I don't. You know, I don't, but okay. Now the water coming from the tap, if any of you has ever washed your clothes and, you know, you've wondered why you're white, this is no shade at all, honestly. I'm speaking factually and honestly, right? You might have washed your clothes sometimes, it comes out with a bit of stain. With that thought in mind, we actually have a water treatment system on site that purifies your water, so you're getting clean water from your tap. You could probably, you know, drink it and see what that's like, you know. Don't come to me if anything happens. Moving forward, there's a backup generator because, you know, our good friends GPL love to, you know, remind us that, you know, they exist every now and then. But, you know, while you're in the community, you don't have to deal with any of the power outages. We have a backup generator on site. Along with that, we also have emphasis on this. We have a 24-hour convenience store. I'd like, if there's anyone here that knows of a 24-hour convenience store in Guyana, could you just like, apart from the ones at the gas station, could you just like put up your hands? Yeah, so we have a 24-hour convenience store inside. So just think about this. You came into Guyana like sometime around 1 in the morning, you're hungry, you're tired, you know, you can't get anything anywhere. You have a convenience store waiting right for you. Okay, now some people, you know, might be thinking, you know, you're eating late at night. We have a fitness, we have a fitness center, okay? We have a gym, you know, so you don't actually have to pay for a gym subscription anymore. And I hope you guys saw this. We have a resort-style pool, 5,000 square feet on site, you know, so you can actually really enjoy the property that you've acquired to the maximum, right? So if you were to just play through all of what I told you, it addresses almost every challenge you have with your living in Guyana. And most importantly, it's what we envisage as a modern lifestyle. You know, the idea basically is for people, is two things. What I've been talking about this whole time, the seamless modern lifestyle, and also, you know, to showcase, right, to Guyanese, most importantly, that this is the kind of life that we should be living. This is the kind of life that we should be living. Gone are the days, you know, where you just have to take something, you know, your contractor tells you this is what it is and you just have to take it like that. We're trying to tell Guyanese that, you know, this is what you should be getting. This is what pretty much everyone else are getting, so why should we be left out? You know, and I think that's a really strong point that would resonate with a lot of you guys here. Now, for the pricing, you know, a lot of people thought, you know, that this is something that's going to cater, you know, to a certain kind of people, and I want to stand right here and correct that notion. We want to make this accessible to every and anybody. And I mean that, you know, while when you think about all the amenities that we are offering, especially with the logistic, for those of you who are into like, you know, construction, you would really understand the logistic challenge, right, with getting materials right now. So to make back our investment, of course, you know, we have to price our units at a certain price range. What we've tried to do to mitigate that is, you know, to offer flexible plans such that, you know, somebody who really resonates with the idea that we are conveying to you guys can also see a vision for themselves. And this is just our first project. At the expo, we've actually seen something that it completely blew our mind. When we put this out, you know, the idea was, okay, a lot of people are going to think this is beautiful, a lot of people are going to think this is nice, a lot of people are going to, you know, look at this as a very viable investment. You know, you could probably rent one of these units right now with the market price around $3,000 to $4,000 a month. You're making your return on investment in about 8 to 9 years. And if you were to, you know, go along the short-term rental route, which you absolutely can, that is something our community will allow, right? You can actually make your investment way faster, probably in about 3 to 5 years. You know, so whether you're looking at this from a residence point of view or from an investment point of view, it caters perfectly to both. And I bet you there's very few properties in Guyana, very few real estate in Guyana that can actually deliver anything similar to this. Right now, there's nothing like it, and that's a fact. Now, we hope that in the coming years, a lot of people are going to see this, you know, and start asking people, hey, you know, Providence City looks like that. Can't you guys do something similar? This is what we really anticipate, and this is what we really hope for. You know, so many people came to us at the expo, and they kept telling us, you know, they've never seen anything like this, and that's a problem. I hear that, and I think that that's a problem, because this should be the norm. At least that's what I strongly believe, you know, and that's the message that I really want to take this opportunity, you know, to convey and leave you guys with. It's a shame that, you know, I couldn't walk you through the video, but you know, you can always come by our booth, you know, watch the video again, and you're going to have a sales rep like myself, you know, to provide you with very nice customer service. And we have some nice gifts, you know, it's been really hot. I've got one of these hand fans here that a lot of people love, so you can come get one for free, by the way, yeah? Thank you so much for your time. Any questions? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I was hoping somebody would ask me that question. So we've actually started construction right now. If you were to pass along the stadium road, you're going to see that we already have this. Actually, the video shows that, yeah? We've already put up the steel structure. And at this point, I want to make a note that the foundation for this development is a 35-meter concrete piling. So there's going to be absolutely zero vibrations while you're living on site. You know, if you live around the Providence, Eccles, Republic Park area, because of all the, you know, construction activity going on, whenever a truck passes by, you feel it. And I don't think you want to be feeling that in your house, but you actually do, right? You don't feel that in Providence City. Now, to answer your question, it's going to, the first half of our development is going to be completed within, and when I say completed, I mean move-in ready, within the first 6 to 12, within the next 6 to 12 months. And then the other half is going to be ready sometime around June 2027. Thank you very much for that question. Any other questions? Okay, so one question. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yes, sir.
This is a huge project.
Yes, sir. 3 acres.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
requires a lot of design.
Yes, sir.
Urban design, architectural design,
Yes,
all
sir.
kind of design.
Yes, sir.
Do you have your internal team, or another company did the design?
Okay, so we have our internal team that did basically everything from start to finish was done internally. The whole thing. Even the model, and I think that's been the most captivating aspect of this, even the model was designed internally. Yeah, I was going to mention, from an investment point of view, right? Something that, you know, if you're looking at this as an investment property, you'd really want to know is whether this project is being developed in phases, right? Because the business model for a lot of projects like this is, you know, people build and then they sell and then, you know, they invest and keep going along. Now that poses a risk, right, of the developer not completing and then, you know, your investment is kind of left hanging. That does not apply to this project because it's completely been internally funded, you know, so it is going to meet completion, and that's a very important fact. Any other questions? All right then, well, if you guys think of any other questions, once again, you're more than welcome to come to. Yes, ma'am. Oh, time? Oh, okay, sure.
So if you need to get an apartment there, so you have to put down a down payment, or how does it work?
Okay. Oh, okay, good. Thank you very much for that question. So, I think this is a good time to introduce the prizes and along with the payment plan. So, I do want to mention that for the first 20 customers that make a purchase at the expo, we have a significant discount right now. So, normally we don't sell our units fully furnished. We sell them semi-furnished. If you're to make a purchase during the expo right now, you get the units fully furnished. And after the expo, there's going to be an additional $15,000 if you want your unit fully furnished. So basically, you're getting a $15,000 discount if you were to purchase right now. But going on to the beautiful question that you asked, we do have a down payment plan. So it depends on whatever, you know, option is more convenient for you, and we'll try to cater it to accommodate your budget, starting at 10% down payment, 30%, 50%, and 80%. You're welcome. All right, thank you very much. I'll be
Any other
leaving you guys
questions?
with that. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to come over to our booth, and it's been a pleasure getting to, you know, share something that I'm really passionate about with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, this one's not working. I'm not hearing this one. Thank you so much. I think at this time, I will give persons the opportunity to introduce themselves because, as I mentioned before,